right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another amazing episode of Zero Dark
Nerdy
Christmas edition. Merry Christmas out there to all of our wonderful fans here in the United States and, of course, across the world. We are building a nice little size audience outside of the States in Australia, UK, Canada, the Netherlands, Brazil, Africa showing some love. So we just want to take the time to say thank you, and I hope you all have a happy holidays, whatever you're celebrating, Kwanzaa, this, that, and the other. And I am Brian, your host, and my nickname is El Nino, and we also have...
Oh, it's your boy, Don, a.k.a. Chris Smith. Chris Smith.
Oh,
is that like Mike Tyson?
I get Cliff Smith.
A.k.a. donning that gay apparel.
Give me a kiss. Ooh, should have saved that. This is Doodoo Brown, a.k.a. Always Under the Mistletoe, a.k.a. USDA Fresh Prior. I'm drunk.
And Ryan Saber, Captain Cleveland, Browns, Cavs, Indians, C, L, E, till I die.
As always, the most R-rated pop culture podcast on the planet. So make sure the little kids are not around while you're listening to us. And, of course, spoilers ahead. And we're going to just be kind of free balling this one. Just Christmas, all Christmas, everything. Commando style, Zero Dark Nerdy, how we do. Just going to be talking about just, some holiday traditions, some favorite gifts, showing some love out there. And I'll put this one up in the air. Who wants to go ahead and start us off?
I do not. Because I haven't thought of anything.
I'll go.
There we go. Captain Cleveland.
So, family traditions. Listen, a lot of the family traditions that I had were when we were younger.
Sure.
Obviously, not to put a damper on this, but as family members pass away and things like that.
It's definitely putting a damper on.
Yeah, I think it's just
Definitely
reality,
feel
right?
old
But that helps you, think more fondly back. When we were kids, we would always go to my grandma, my mom's mom for Christmas Eve. We would always go to my Aunt Rosie, who's my dad's sister, on Christmas Day.
Okay.
So it was like every year, that's what we did. Always opened the presents on Christmas Day, not Christmas Eve. Couldn't sneak one present on Christmas Eve. Never did that. Some of the fondest memories I have, because I would always open the presents and then we would go over to my Aunt Rosie's house on Christmas Day. I would always have something with me, whether it was a Game Boy or whatever. I think some of the traditions now, as we've gotten older, I always go and visit my brother in Cincinnati. We spend a few days with, his wife and kids, and it's just always awesome. He's got a smoker, so he smokes all kinds of shit. Ooh. So we smoke turkey and wings.
Them smoked meats, boy.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
prime rib, the whole 9 yards. So we're actually getting ready to go there.
Get your meat in me.
He throws a lot of meat in that.
No matter the occasion.
Nope. It's a sentence I use often.
And as you get older, and you have the younger kids, the nieces and the nephews, and probably, Brian, like with you, with your own kids, the joy of seeing them on Christmas Day when they open the presents, it's just heartwarming. I think that, you love it. Obviously, The Christmas Story, 24 Hours of The Christmas Story on TBS and TNT. Cleveland's Own, that movie was filmed in Cleveland.
You can go see the house.
The Christmas Story house is out there in Tremont, so I urge you, all the fans out there, the next time you go to Cleveland, to check that out. Favorite gifts. We were talking about this at work, and so I kind of have this already pre-thought out. Number one for me, certainly the Castle of Grayskull. I got that when I was,
yes!
when I was a kid.
Wow.
Yes!
That was one of those things that...
The one that opens up?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Is there another one?
But no, there isn't.
Maybe?
But it was awesome because it wasn't wrapped. So, I just came down on Christmas morning and it was sitting next to the tree.
Dope.
Yeah.
So
No
it was
ambiguity.
awesome.
You knew.
No,
Yeah,
but
maybe
that
just like a ribbon on it.
Like a bolt of lightning brought it down into
I
your
went
household.
fucking bananas on that one. all the PlayStations 2, 3, 4, I would get those for Christmas. Obviously, new systems coming out next year. So, Mom, Dad, Courtney Jones.
Listen up.
I will want the PlayStation 5 and/or the Xbox, whatever they're going to call
Funny you
it.
said
Project
PlayStation
Scarlet.
first.
Because I always get the PlayStation first.
Is it funny?
Why do you not have a PlayStation?
I always have the PlayStation first, and then by the end of the lifespan, by the end of the product life cycle, I always have Xbox. It's just how it always works. I can't explain it. Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay. Well,
By the way, hold on, I got one more. I like ham and yams.
Hey,
And goddamn.
plate of ham. I'm telling you, man, Christmas is the best place.
Ham!
Plate of ham, plate of yams, plate of goddamn.
That's going to be on a Christmas sweater.
I'm telling you,
It really
man.
is
Near
universal.
you. Yeah.
It is.
Like Thanksgiving and Christmas, like it's the best thing you could ever expect.
Yeah.
Like meal wise, like come on.
Food, and more.
I'm not a turkey guy.
I'm not either,
I
man.
fucking do not like turkey. So
I like turkey.
When I was
but I'm just
listening
not
to
like
the Thanksgiving episode, I was just like, yeah, damn, yes.
Fucking ham, dude. Ham, man.
Spiral fucking ham.
Fucking A, boy.
Jesus.
Like,
Because
dude.
everybody takes all the ham immediately, and then you're left with everybody takes the turkey immediately at Thanksgiving, and then if you got the ham, then
I don't
you're
like
set.
turkey, man.
Turkey's okay.
It's okay. I like
It's an
smoked
okay meat.
turkey
It is an okay meat.
with the spatchcock. You know about spatchcock?
What is patchcock?
Spatchcock.
What did I
You
say?
know what the
That's
spatch?
splitting the
so
bird.
you cut it down the backbone and you split it in half, and it cooks in like an hour, and it cooks evenly. That's the only, obviously, frying, smoking, or spatchcock. That's the only way.
I'm
Just
a huge fan
traditional
of fried turkey.
traditional oven roasted
But
turkey is just
We've already
fucking trash. to
talked
me.
how I don't know it. So these are all off the dome, but I have some Christmas traditions. Actually, only like 2 or 3, because my family doesn't really do Thanksgiving, like I said, but Christmas is like a different story. So, and it's not even your traditional Christmas things. Like, this is just what my family did. We never did the opening of presents the day before because we didn't really have that many presents. We just got like, my parents are great. They're amazing. They work only for me and my brother, and I love them for that. But we never really had we had great Christmases, but it was only because my dad he'd had this little fucking RVCA. Is that what it was called? The little camcorders. The
Yeah.
handheld, the big
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
guy.
My dad had those.
So he would record every Christmas, right? And one Christmas, there are 2 Christmases in particular that I'm thinking of. So one Christmas, we had gotten these new cats, and Sam, Sassy were their names. Yes, Sassy
knew-
from Homeward
Yep.
Bound.
I knew you were a
Yes,
cat person.
Sassy from the Homeward Bound is what I named my cat after. And my brother named his Sam for some reason. Probably some dude he was interested in.
Your brother, your brother Skylar.
My brother Skylar.
He was
My
really
brother Skylar.
patriotic.
I'm kidding. He loves his country, and so no. We've had drinks today, by the way, and Scott. So these
Just disclaimer.
So before I even tell the rest of this story, one of the other traditions we had was that I have never in my life gone to pick out a real tree, not one time. We have always had the same fake tree for decades. Right? We had the same tree every year, and we'd always put it up. Damn it, these drinks have got to me. I don't remember what my first part was.
The fake tree.
Fake tree.
Yeah,
First
but no, there
real
was
tree.
but there was a part before that.
That you never went to do the real Christmas tree.
Okay. So we never had a real tree, so we always had the box from our fake tree. To always be empty in the room, just so that we could pick it up, plop it in there, fold up the leaves, heavy quotation mark leaves, and put it in the box, right? Well, one Christmas we had the box out. The top was not closed, but it still had the flapping cardboard over it. And these 2 new cats that we had were being cats, and they were
All about it.
running all over the place, being fucking weird and shit, how cats do. And one of the cats, and this is on camera, one of the cats jumps up onto the cardboard and falls straight through, and we're all enjoying Christmas. I'm playing with my new white tiger Power Ranger big thing, you know what I'm talking about? And we turn, we turn around, And I remember thinking, what the fuck? I didn't say that in my head. I didn't know what the fuck was as a kid.
You gotten your presents taken from you.
I did. Well,
I said that.
Man, back to the white tiger. I cried when I got the white tiger. I'm rambling again, man. So I cried when I got the white tiger because my brother got the green dragon, the big one. And I was like, well, I wanted that one. Like, you got the white tiger, though.
That's my favorite iteration of Tommy.
Yes, right? Let's face it, Tommy was the best.
He was. He came in and he took over.
Well, he had the little flute thing.
That's true. The
That
dagger,
he
a dagger
played through
flute?
a mask.
A dagger flute.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good.
That's the actual tone it played. And
He
then
must be a musician.
And then our other traditions. We took we would always take a picture. We'd always take that awkward picture with all of our animals in it. No matter how distraught they looked, that we were still holding on to them. Like, I had my cats, Skylar had a cat, they had the dogs, and it was just like a family of 4 trying to hold 7 animals still, while my dad put his camera on the self-timer, and we all went over there, and the dogs are like choking themselves. Oh, it was so great. My parents are still awesome as fuck. I love you guys.
Favorite gifts?
My favorite gift was definitely not that white tiger. Definitely was not the white tiger. Actually, my favorite gift of all time was probably from my ex-girlfriend, Haley, who she gave me this Express jacket, like this huge, like nice Express coat that was just like, I was like,
Is that the
long
one?
one?
The camel one?
The long one?
The long one.
Yeah.
The Kevin McAllister's dad.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
The
camel hair, right?
You know what I'm talking about?
You look fancy in that one.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
I like that.
And thank her mom and dad. I love them so much. Christmas though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to the good times.
Hey! So they gave me this long jacket. And literally, I opened it and I looked at it. Like, I remember having a face of like, looking back, I thought, like, if I would have seen this face on someone who I just gave a gift to, I'd be like, oh, fuck, we gave them the wrong thing. Like, how dare we? I looked at them like, I don't expect a gift like this from my parents.
Right.
Like, how? Like, I was literally just like, y'all, thank you. Thank you so much.
From the bottom of my heart.
From my bottom of my heart.
My cold black heart.
Wow, dude.
Cold dead hand.
My cold black heart?
I love you.
Black.
What do you mean, you
Onyx.
people?
I just want to tell you, I'm not racist. Someone else go. Someone else go. Get the spotlight off of me.
Well, I mean, like, as far as traditions go, I mean, I was an only child, so, like, me, my parents, and
My parents and
us, the 3 of us, we would kind of do our own thing for Christmas Eve, and we would do our presents then, and then, like, Christmas Day, we would go and meet the extended family, like the grandma and, like, all my uncles and aunts and stuff. And so that was always really fun. I always got the extra little present at the Christmas Day from the extended family until I grew up too old to not qualify for that. But it's always great seeing the family at the very least once a year. My family surprised the hell out of me. They are super adorable and super funny, like all of them. And I'm blessed. Like I said, being an only child, like, I was by myself for a lot of the time, but when we got together, like, it was like we never left, and we just jumped right back into conversations, and my family gets me. Like, they accept me, and I love them for it. As far as, like, my favorite presents, 1 and 2 were the Nintendo Entertainment System, and then the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Super fat.
I spent lots of time in my room playing those video games. And
What's your favorite game on each console?
on the NES,
question.
It's got to be Mega Man 2.
Tight. Mine's Zelda.
Mine's Contra.
I did enjoy Zelda. I loved Contra. And then Super Nintendo was the very first game that it came out with, was Super Mario World.
That's very cute.
to this day, I will go into Boxcar, I'll go into Pryor, wherever has the system hooked up, and I will play Super Mario World.
What was the racing? F-Zero?
F-Zero
was
yeah,
great. Star
super
Fox.
fun.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Pilot
Yeah.
Wings was really hard, but that game was fucking awesome.
Hands
Star
down,
Fox,
the
yeah.
best game on Super Nintendo was Super Mario RPG.
I never played it, but I've heard good things.
Very good. Very, very good. Is a Mario RPG is what it was.
I got that.
My favorite actual present. Well, I've got two actual presents. The first, childhood present, and then the other one is like an adult present. So my favorite childhood present, I guess it was '86. Maybe I'm super old. I was 6 years old, and I got a Knight Rider kit pedal car.
Ooh.
Shit, man, that sounds
Tell
dope.
me the front lit up.
Yeah, it had to, right?
It didn't light up, but it had a sticker.
All right. So next best thing.
It had
Next
a
best
red
thing.
light
fuck,
sticker on it, and it didn't talk to me. But damn it, it was cool.
I mean, there wasn't even a button with like.
No, it was all just straight plastic.
Don't shit on his present, man.
I'm not.
I'm sorry.
But it was a pedal
I
car
love
when
this.
pedal cars existed.
Yes.
And it was one of the coolest things I've ever gotten, ever. And I was the kid that didn't get the go-kart because it was too dangerous. But the pedal car, you can just do that and you'll be okay.
Makes sense.
Wait, who got go-karts?
No shit. Who
I'm like, what family are
Well,
you
Jerry
from?
lived out there in the cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out in
That's
the
true.
cut,
Oh, gotcha.
all
I'm like,
the rural neighbors got
Oh.
motorized vehicles.
I'm like,
four-wheelers.
holy
Yeah.
shit, I got like a
Four-wheelers and
Power
dirt
Wheel
bikes
maybe.
and shit.
I sure as hell didn't get a
They were
go-kart.
inundated with lots of medical bills after the fact. And then one of the all-time my favorite memory as an adult at Christmas, I was visiting some of my ex's family in Europe. We went out to Belgium when they were living in Belgium, and we had a great time. And they, my wonderful brother and sister-in-law Elizabeth and Chris, had a great idea. They know I love Formula One and F1 racing and all things European racing. And they took me to Michael Schumacher's indoor go-kart track.
Sounds awesome.
Awesome.
And Michael Schumacher was a world champion for 7-time world champion, German. He's amazing. I hope you come out of your coma you've been in for the past 5
right.
years.
Man.
Big skiing accident.
Skiing
Holy
accident.
shit, I didn't know that.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
It's really fucked up. Like, this guy drove a race car. He
Yep.
could have killed himself, like, at any time all those years, and then when he retires and he goes skiing, and then he fucks himself
Yep.
up.
That's why I don't go skiing.
See, fuck that. But no,
I'm just saying.
Drive a race
Sonny
car, buddy.
Bono.
no, it really meant a lot to me. They knew I was
Liam
into him.
Neeson's wife.
See?
There you go.
See? No, they really knew I was into F1 racing.
I thought she got
and
taken.
that was the daughter. The fictional daughter.
No, in Taken
And
2.
the second one,
It's Taken two.
Famke Janssen.
Yeah.
In Taken 3, they found someone else to take of his. How dare they?
I'm
They
just
took
saying,
him.
I really appreciate the fact that they knew what I was into and they made it happen. And that's all what it's all about. People that you get that know what you're into, and they make magic happen for you at fucking Christmas time. Love
Absolutely.
And to me, I mean, that's what it's all about. I'm not a huge fan of gift cards. I know that's like the number one thing that, of course, I have a 18-year-old daughter, Jordan. She's been on the show. It's always, oh, Dad, gift cards. Yes, I will get her one or two. But to me, that's like the most impersonal gift on the planet.
If anybody wants to buy me anything, buy me a fucking gift card.
Fact. Because I can buy whatever
Whatever-
I want.
right,
better
I
than
want.
you can
I'm
buy
not
what I
saying
want.
don't do gift cards. I just like funny gifts that, like, you took the time and energy to do this.
Brian does not speak for all of us.
I still want gift cards. Don't get me wrong. It's just not going to be the only thing you get from me. So, traditions, just like your dad. My dad had the huge fucking camera every year.
The RPG camera.
He recorded everything under the sun. Like when I got my damn license, when I got my car, every Christmas, every holiday. You would have thought he worked for fucking Channel 8 News. He had that thing on him so much. So, yeah, he always had the camera around. So, nowadays when we go to visit him, my parents now live in Florida. We usually go back and watch, some home movies from everything from Christmas to a bunch of stuff like that. And during the holidays, my parents would do this kind of Russian doll thing with the gifts.
Yeah.
So the year, of course, I'll go ahead and say it, my favorite gift of all time, and I think everybody that was kind of born in the 80s that got a Nintendo Entertainment System will say the Nintendo Entertainment System is the greatest Christmas gift ever. After that, I will say number 2 will be the Sega Genesis, because that was my next favorite Christmas gift. But that year,
all the games you couldn't play because you had Nintendo.
Exactly, and Sonic was the shit. So
Mortal Kombat was on.
Oh, and Altered Beast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Altered Beast.
I only
boy.
had Altered Beast on Genesis.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about.
Oh well,
That was a Sega only
I was
game.
clearly not paying attention.
So he did this whole Russian doll thing for my gifts, to where it would be these big elaborate boxes, and I open one up, and then there's like acorns and shit in it, and then I have to like dig through, and there's like 2 Nintendo games, and the next box would have 3 boxes in it, and it would be all these Nintendo games. But I don't know if he got a bonus or a raise that year, because we were very middle class, but my sisters and I racked up. But not just the Nintendo Entertainment System, that was also when the Power Pad came out.
Yeah, I
So
had
the
that.
Power Pad was that
track and
shit,
field.
track and
Yeah,
field.
Track and field
Oh,
shit.
the
Yeah, and that was a workout. Yeah, then when you get tired, you're just doing that
pat
the
it with
entire
your
time.
hands.
You always use your feet, but whenever
Shit.
whenever you did the jump, like
Yeah, the triple jump.
you just jumped off the pad
Yep.
and then
Yep.
waited for this dude to be like, I can jump 40 yards.
So yeah, and obviously we got presents way late. Like I didn't get the Nintendo when the Nintendo first came out. It was a year or 2 later, but it was still fantastic. And you talked about favorite games. Contra is one of my favorite games, because I know my dad purposely bought that for him to play with me.
That's cool.
So, because before we talked about this on one episode, I can't remember what episode it was, you used to be able to rent the systems.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. And we would rent the system, and he would always rent Contra. And I would, get home from school, and if he didn't go to work that day, he's playing Contra. So he's doing what I'm doing now as a dad. I will buy my daughter video games knowing damn well they're really
They're
for
you.
me.
That's for you.
But she also gets to play them.
One of these days you'll buy a PlayStation.
I will. I'm waiting on the PlayStation 5 now.
You got an Xbox.
I do. But PlayStation has, they got God
Better
of War, Last of Us 2, Spider-Man. I mean, there are better games.
Name
out
better
there.
games.
Spider-Man game.
Let Brian do it.
Good cop out there. And then besides that, we always watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I always say my parents are the Puerto Rican Griswolds, because they are. We actually did one year go cut down our own Christmas tree, and let me tell you, it was miserable.
To dig it out of the ground.
I'm gonna tell you, there was one other time I was more miserable than that, and that was when we actually went legit cross country skiing. That is the worst fucking shit on the planet.
Why would Puerto Ricans go cross country?
We're in upstate New York, man. There are not a lot of options.
Okay.
So we did that. It was terrible. Terrible. And at that time, that's when the Nordic Trek came out. So everybody was all into it. But, we did it. It was fun to do as a family. But, yeah, trying to hacksaw that thing and then put it on top of the car. Then you got to drag it. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. You got to go out. It's not like you just park. The trees are right there, and then you bring it right back. It was like a fucking half mile.
Into the wilderness for your tree.
Exactly. And then bringing
Fuck
it back.
all that.
But yeah, I mean, that's it. And then now, of course, as a dad and as an uncle too, I do thoroughly enjoy, and even though my daughter's older now, she still gets super hype over some gifts. Of course, my niece and nephew, and it's an interesting dynamic too. I don't know if you guys knew this, but my brother-in-law and sister, my brother-in-law, his family are Jehovah's Witnesses, so they don't really do the holiday thing like that. So we kind of get around it, like they don't celebrate Halloween at all whatsoever, but they will do Christmas per se as far as gifts and birthdays, and they kind of came into a mutual agreement about that. But it's still great to see my niece and nephew open up gifts and see how fucking super hyped they get over just the littlest things. So that's what I got.
That's it.
Any solo dubs out there?
Merry Christmas.
Oh, solo dubs. Let's do. Hey, I've got this brother. His name is Skylar. I don't know if any. I don't know. I probably haven't said this before, but
Never. You have a brother?
yeah, my brother Skylar is named Skylar, and we have a band called My Brother Skylar. And I really appreciate this dude every single day. I just got back from Atlanta. We played a show in Atlanta. He got us a show in Atlanta. And
Where was the show at?
yeah, Charleston
ATL.
is in the ATL, boy. And I'll tell you what, man, it was really fucking fun. Skylar has got the best friends. Skylar has better friends than y'all are to me.
Damn. Thanks.
Because they just
bring the mood down,
dude. No, it's not even that. I fucking love y'all. Y'all are my family. But Skylar's friends, I don't know what he like does to them. Maybe he's just a nice person or whatever the fuck. But like,
well, he's in theater too, right?
Yeah, and
so that's a fucking tight knit community.
Are like, suction tight.
Yeah, theater kids
vacuum
are
bag.
fucking super tight.
So when they came out of the show and they all showed their support, man, it was it was like just, they did not stop having a good time. So I fucking love that. I love him for like being who he is, because I can be a little shittier of a person, and I know that I am. I know what I am, man. I know what I am. I know I'm not going to change now, but like Skylar's like the best, coolest guy that I know, and I just hope he doesn't stop doing that. So that's my solo dub. I
like it. I like it.
My brother.
Big shout out to Skylar. He is fucking awesome, and the band is great. And Scotty.
Scotty's all right. Scotty is such a good person.
We love you, Scotty!
But he's so ugly.
Oh, damn, Scotty.
I'm kidding. Scotty's a beautiful person.
How come you guys have not covered Scotty Doesn't Know?
Because I would be talking about Scotty's baby mama.
Ah, that's true. Damn. But before he had a baby mama, though.
Touché, yeah, I know. That would make so much sense. It's because we're not a smart band. Our name is My Brother Skylar. How long do you think that took us to think?
I like it.
0 seconds is the answer. We thought of it on the spot.
I like it.
I have a super short solo dub. It's if you have any family, especially if you haven't seen them in a while, go fucking see them. Go fucking interact with these people. You don't have to get along with them all the time. You don't have to fucking like them. But fucking show your love and show your support for your people. That's all. That's all I got.
You know,
tip your bartenders.
Tip your bartenders. Going on that too. Staff. We're definitely not promised tomorrow, so please go see family, go see friends, do whatever you can. I mean, there's always going to be some kind of a tiff over something.
Bury the necessary hatchets and get over yourself.
Nothing is more important.
Go see your
people.
Nothing is more important.
Exactly. Like my thing, and I'll be honest with you, my Spanish, even though it's my first language, is not great. So it's kind of, I feel embarrassed calling family members in Puerto Rico. Even though I can understand a lot of what they say, it's hard for me to talk back, but I've made a more conscious effort to speak to like aunts and uncles and my grandfather in Puerto Rico. So I'm going to continue to do that. So big shout outs to my entire family, you know, New York and Florida, and of course Puerto Rico, the motherland, and my beautiful daughter. And I'm just thankful for y'all and this amazing podcast. Season 3 is coming up, and next year I'm excited. More big things coming. So I'm grateful for y'all, grateful for my family, grateful for my deteriorating health thanks to alcohol.
And that's all of us here at thankful for all of us here at Zero Dark Nerdy. You, Matt Feliciano.
Yeah, Matt, Nicole, Tim,
all those people.
Lewis. I mean, everybody that's been on the show.
Even my brother, Skylar.
Your brother's been on the show. Jex. I mean, everybody that's ever been to the show. Everybody that's listening to the show right now, literally, thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah.
What about you, Saba? Go ahead. Cleveland. Got it.
Number 1, watch Jack Ryan. If you're not fucking watching Jack Ryan, you are missing life.
I loved season 1.
Jack Ryan is a show that like it's one of those shows like you can't go to sleep after you watch it. Like edge of your
Black
seat.
Mirror.
It's scary. I don't watch that. Edge of your seat. Exciting.
It's more suspenseful than
very, very good. That's number 1. Number 2, at WC Sports Pod, the water cooler. Listen, learn, love it. My buddy Luke and I, we talk about all kinds of stuff. Look, we're not fucking Colin Cowherd or goddamn Stephen A. Smith or whatever, but we have fun doing it, and I think, we bring interesting perspective. I think there's good information. So, at WC Sports Pod, the water cooler. And finally, I love you guys. I love you guys so much.
Love you, man.
Love you too.
Missed you.
Just Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Enjoy the time with your family. Enjoy the time away from work. This is a time of the year for you to, reflect on the past year, get yourself energized, and get ready for next year. 2020 is going to be the best year yet for all of us. So just keep pushing. Enjoy your life.
I love it. Again, big thank you to our sponsors, Andrew Newman, attorney at law, for all your criminal, civil, and traffic court issues.
Love you, Andrew Newman.
All over the state, so not just here in Guilford County, even though he's based here. He'll go to Forsyth, Rockingham, wherever in North Carolina to take care of your legal matters.
All
please
those
hit 'em
speed
up.
traps.
Yes. Yeah, there's going to be some speed traps out there, too, so be careful driving.
Especially this time of year.
Oh,
Jesus.
God, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
out to-
So
they
go the
are
speed
out to
limit.
get ya.
And please, even though, from experience, do not drink and drive, people. Try to do an Uber, try to do Lyft and all that fun stuff. I've gone through that hell and back before, and I don't wish that on anybody.
Or do not.
And, that's right. And luckily,
Right.
luckily, that's the worst you got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Don't
So
fucking
be
drink
safe
and
this holiday season. Be smart out there. Have fun, but try to be smart about it when it comes to your transportation. And as always, our good friends at Zipster for hooking us up with our absolutely amazing website. They will take care of all your website and SEO needs based right here in Greensboro, North Carolina, but they do websites for local companies, national companies, and of course international at fantastic rates and prices. And I think that's it. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Dun, 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 dun. Feliz Navidad. Dun, 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 dun.
Feliz Navidad.
Años y felicidad.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh, that shit was dope.
Hell yeah.
Woo!